Then they came to the other side of the sea, into the country of the Gadarenes. And when he had come out of the boat, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit, who had his dwelling among the tombs. And no one could bind him, not even with chains, because he had often been bound with shackles and chains. And the chains had been torn apart by him, and the shackles broken in pieces. And no one had the strength to subdue him. Always, night and day, he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying out and cutting himself with stones. When he saw Jesus from afar, he ran and worshipped him. And he cried out with a loud voice and said, "What have I to do with you, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I implore you, do not torment me." For Jesus had said to him, "Come out of the man, unclean spirit." Then he asked him, "What is your name?" And he answered, saying, "My name is Legion, for we are many." Also he begged him earnestly that he would not send them out of the country. Now a large herd of pigs was feeding there on the mountain. So all the demons begged him, saying, "Send us to the pigs, that we may enter them." And at once Jesus gave them permission. Then the unclean spirits went out and entered the pigs, and the herd ran violently down the steep place into the sea, about 2,000 of them, and were drowned in the sea. So those who fed the pigs fled, and told it in the city and in the country. Then they went out to see what it was that had happened. And they came to Jesus, and saw the one who had been possessed by the legion, sitting and clothed and in his right mind. And they were afraid. Those who had seen it told them how it happened to the possessed man, and about the pigs. Then they began to plead with him to depart from their region. As he got into the boat, the man who had been demon-possessed begged him that he might be with him. However, Jesus did not permit him, but said to him, "Go home to your friends, and tell them what great things the Lord has done for you, and how he had mercy on you." And he departed and began to proclaim in Decapolis all that Jesus had done for him. And all marveled. When Jesus had crossed over again by boat to the other side, a great multitude gathered to him, and he was by the sea. Then one of the rulers of the synagogue, named Jairus, came, and when he saw him, he fell at his feet, and begged him earnestly, saying, "My little daughter lies at the point of death. Come and lay your hands on her, that she may be healed, and she will live." So Jesus went with him, and a great multitude followed him and thronged him. Now a certain woman, who had a flow of blood for 12 years, and had suffered many things from many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was no better, but rather grew worse, when she heard about Jesus, came behind him in the crowd and touched his garment. For she said, "If I may just touch his clothes, I shall be made well." Immediately the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of the affliction. And Jesus, immediately knowing in himself that power had gone out of him, turned around in the crowd and said, "Who touched my clothes?" And his disciples said to him, "You see the multitude thronging you, and say, 'Who touched me?'" And he looked around to see her who had done this thing. But the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what had happened to her, came and fell down before him and told him the whole truth. And he said to her, "Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace, and be healed of your affliction." While he was still speaking, some came from the ruler of the synagogue's house, saying, "Your daughter is dead. Why trouble the teacher any further?" But Jesus, ignoring what was said, said to the ruler of the synagogue, "Do not be afraid, only believe." And he did not allow anyone to follow him except Peter, James, and John the brother of James. Then they came to the house of the ruler of the synagogue. And he saw a commotion, and people weeping and wailing loudly. When he had entered, he said to them, "Why make this commotion and weep? The child is not dead, but sleeping. And they ridiculed him. But when he had put them all outside, he took the father and the mother of the child and those who were with him, and entered where the child was. Then he took the child by the hand and said to her, Talitha Kumi, which is translated, Little girl, I say to you, arise. Immediately the girl arose and walked, for she was 12 years of age. And they were overcome with great amazement. Then he commanded them strictly that no one should know it, and said that something should be given her to eat.